And welcome back to Tight Sports. You know what's going on. You know what's going on. Did you see it? I'm gonna just tell you. I had to wait almost a day and a half till I do this review of this game. I think we're here, folks. As I said before, time and time again, people were not looking at this game the right way, or this team the right way. And I'm gonna get to that in a minute. But yes, Texas was bad, but you have to listen, even if you're, especially to the fans. You know, people that's on ESPN and Ox Sports. These people, they just trying to get the eyeballs, so they say anything. That's what they do. I know that's what they do. But we as fans, we gotta listen. Right, look. Amari Knight, Javion Cohen, Tanner Bowles. I can't even pronounce this dude's name. Tody Brockenmeyer, Damian George. It's like a senior, a junior, a redshirt junior. This dude was a redshirt sophomore, and the next one, I don't even know. I think he was a sophomore too, respectively, all of them. They transferred in May. 3 of them was already playing a lot, slated to be starters. So at the beginning of the season, guess what you had? People that never played together as a unit. Didn't even play together in March during the spring game. They didn't play together, folks. And nobody gave them the benefit of the doubt. But where are we? Let's just go over the numbers real quick. Jalen Milroe, as you know, he's not a quarterback. Oh, he needs to be benched. Let's go with, you got to go with the guy from Notre Dame. Hey, we don't. No, we don't. No. He was fine. Jalen, 15 of 23 passing. Not great. But when you add in 155 and 4 touchdowns, I think we're going to be all right. Game ball. Coach Tommy Reese, offensive coordinator. I think I can kind of see it a little better. If you'd have let Jalen Milroe just start running, just running. Same way Mr. Daniels was running all year long. You kind of don't know. You know what to expect. You kind of like, what if they just played us like they're going to try to, run the quarterback? No, they thought Alabama was going to try to run the running backs, So they were prepared for the running back. We were spying Daniels to almost to no avail. But using ball control and clock management, we were able to keep him off the field. He was on the field a little longer during the 3 quarters he played. No telling what the game would have went. The man got 28 points for his team while he was on the field. 21 in the first half, 7 in the third quarter. Mr. Daniels for LSU, 15 for 24, 219, 2 touchdowns, 163 yards to 1 LSU receivers. That's bad, but everybody don't have no one 160. It was 160 yards. 171 yards to Neighbors. 1 receiver. That's a problem, but we ain't going to see Neighbors no more. Thank God. We may see somebody like him, but we ain't going to see him no more. Woo! But you know what? The team learned. They overcame. And in the third quarter, LSU got their last touchdown. They stopped. They had an interception, tipped at the line. Arnold gets the ball, sets us up for another score, come back in, 3 and out. They don't score no more in the third quarter. Then, unfortunately, Jaden Daniels got hurt. God bless you. Get well, young man. But Dallas Turner put a hit on him. And it's one of them things he just finally got a chance to get his hands on him that he just gave him all he got. And this is a team, as a great Bear Bryant always tell his team, he said, hit them hard, help them up, tell them you'll be right back. That's what Bear Bryant used to say to him. And he meant it. And he ain't trying to put nobody out or hurt nobody, but that's, it happens from time to time. It's been said that, it was a cheap shot and all this stuff. His top of his face mask met the bottom of Daniel's face mask. So Turner did not do a head-to-head blow. However, he did drive him into the ground. That was a 15-yard penalty. I mean, he drove him like a tent spike. He drove him into the ground. Everybody wanted him thrown out of the game. Well, the SEC can still do that for next weekend if they want to. But we're moving on to Kentucky. Excellent game by Reese had the perfect game plan. Design runs. As a friend told me, the crowd was just helping Jalen out. Like he hiked, 1, 2, run. Just get up out of there, man. Don't even wait around. Don't even wait around. We didn't get as many sacks as I would like to have gotten off of Daniels, but like I said, the defense still did their job. They shut them down to 7 points in the second half, and we have become a stronger and stronger second half team with everybody. Even in the Texas game, they got better in the second half. So, our coaches are making adjustments, but just big, huge win. All the naysayers, they started letting up around Texas A&M. They still were doubtful around Tennessee. Now the naysayers are coming out with new videos today, y'all. Oh, they ain't saying it's over. The dynasty's dead. Saban's probably going to retire. They ain't talking about that. They saying things like this. The return. There's a path for Bama. There's always been a path for Alabama and every other team out there. All you got to do is win. Probably going to get to the next championship. Probably going to have to win. The same thing for Air Force. And shout out to the doggone Army who said, oh, no, not on us. So Army was like, they won 2 games going in to play an undefeated Air Force, and they put them things on them. 24-3, I think. They ain't let Air Force get nothing. That's what you call haterism. But enough about the game. You saw it. Just like I said, if Alabama does these things, ball control, they need to get to the point where they have a second half in the first half, and that's coming for somebody. Yeah, I don't know if it's going to happen. We're going to worry about Kentucky. But when you least expect it, somebody playing Alabama is going to see Alabama have a great first half and an even better second half. Book it. Don't mean win that championship. Don't mean it happens in the SEC championship. Just trust me, that is coming. Because right now, if I was to overlook somebody, and I'm not going to do it, I'm going to focus on the Wildcats right now. Kentucky, we coming. The boys are playing 10% better ever since Texas. Really, ever since Texas. Because when they played, was it Central Florida, South Florida, defense got better, even though the offense did not because we didn't have Jalen in the game. But when Jalen got back in, they've made 10% improvements to right now. They are just scary. Do you want your team playing them? I don't know who you're a fan of, but is this what you want to line up for? Playing against the University of Alabama right now? I don't think nobody wants part of that right now. Not next week. As they said on one of the little skits today, I thought we were playing the Alabama that played Texas. Or the one that played South Florida, which even looked worse. Because that one didn't have Jalen in it. But yeah, this is where we are now. But I got to go into something here a little deeper. CBS put this little thing together where they saw that Jalen was, they looked at a little chart on his passes over 20 yards. He was 21 of 35 at 60% with touchdowns of 10 and 1 interception, averaging 22.9 yards per, which puts him second in the nation. Sound like a quarterback to me, folks. No matter what folks say, sounds like a quarterback to me. And then going into this game, LSU, look at this, number 1 in points, number 1 in yards, number 1's in yards per play, number 1 in third down percentage, number 1. Number 1. And they're saying this thing says the yards per play It's the fourth highest of any team since the year 2000. But if my life is on the line and I got to lay down a bet, I just got to take defense. I take defense first. I don't care. I don't care if the team that this team was playing a team that was averaging 17 points a game, but their defense is like allowing 2 points. I'm gonna take that team over this team. It's just the nature of defense. Because you don't know why. Is this a finesse offense? Meaning they doing everything. Finesse takes a lot of energy, by the way. It just takes a lot of energy. You got people running around doing things at different times. Takes a lot of energy to get this many points done by your offense. And then if not only you have energy, do you have somebody hanging on you, just dragging on your back the entire first or second quarter just so you can get those points? Because you still got to have second half. Like I said, I knew Jaden Daniels was going to run. He run all over the place every game. I didn't say he couldn't run. I was saying, can you do it for 4 quarters? Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4. And by the looks of it, he did it for about 2. 2 and a third, maybe. And then, of course, he didn't play the 4th quarter. So, you got to be able to do it. And like I said, this whole thing with Malik Neighbors, he's a real deal. He's a real deal. I don't know who was on him, Arnold Kool-Aid, but they did the things they need to do to free him up. But, got him out the way, moved on. Now I just want to talk about these suckers out here. After the Texas game, a lot of people just had negative comments. I'm not direct quoting them. They know who they are. And I love the people on ESPN. They say something awful about it's over. Then they say, for now, at this point. They say some awful things like, this team's probably going to finish at the bottom of this. They're not going to, win the West. They're going to probably be 3rd place in the West. At this point. So they put a caveat on it. But see, I hear everything they say. And, like this guy right here, what's his name? Uncle Lou, big Georgia fan. After the Texas game, he was already celebrating that championship. He didn't know he was going to have a tough game against some of the teams they struggled with. He didn't know he was going to lose Brock Bowers. He didn't know, he didn't know what was coming next. He know he don't look right against Missouri, 9-point victory. If you beat Missouri by 9, here I go. Here I go to that transitive property again. Just trust me when I say you got problems coming, just like I said about LSU. Even my man, LSU dad, who I respect, big LSU fan, he said he and his friends in his video he did, he said, we looked at the Ole Miss game told a story, folks. He said, told a story, LSU. They sick of Kelly, and they definitely sick of their doggone defense. Because it takes more than offense to win in this conference. And we got this guy, Uncle Lou, popping off his gums, just talking crazy, disrespecting the houndstooth hat. Just la 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 la. I bet you couldn't find him about 8 years ago. Yeah, there was some Georgia fans still out there. They was hoping that Mark Richt could get together, this, that, and the other, and some were just claiming that he need, calling for his firing. But this guy, he's on fire. So he talking trash on the Royal, on the King. I mean, he called us dead. Said it's over. Wrong. Alabama fan. And the Finebaum mess. This dude, Jim, been talking mess as long as I knew there was a Paul and a Finebaum together. He been talking mess. Sometimes he's good, but he's nervous. He's always nervous. Milroe ain't this. Milroe ain't that. Milroe is a running back playing quarterback. Well, guess what? You better get on this truck. Same thing for this guy here. I would just say, it was hard listening to this next person. But, back in Texas, after the Texas game, we had to, I knew there was some issues there. I knew there was a possibility of losing. But this guy right here took his time. I think he works at CBS, Josh Pate, and he gives you the medicine. He tells you what you need, what he thinks. He's respectful of the kids and the programs and the fan base. He just tells you, this is what I see. Without being like these guys on Ox News and ESPN, just trashing the program, the history, forget it. I don't know how you're going to figure it out. Yeah, that's why you're not coaching. But just like I try to do, he's giving you the analysis. And he said, he would tell you, the line has to come together. Milroe, they're going to have to figure this out. Even suggested, I guess you got to play the other quarterbacks and how hard it is to just change up in the middle of that test. He thought they would change Milroe in the Texas game. But you know what? He also admits that, them coaches know who's playing every day. And maybe even more importantly, we can see the line is not helping who we thought would be number one quarterback. What is this line going to do for QB2? Would it have been a worse loss if we had changed quarterbacks? And to be honest, you think about the wisdom of Nick Saban, we always play this big out-of-conference game, and he says he does it to motivate the team to get ready for the beginning of the year. So playing Texas, we should have really been motivated to play and play well. But when you drop it, big whoop. You just got to go undefeated if you want to do something great and grand. If you want to be remembered, if you want to be on the walls, all the calendars of the championships teams and all this, if you want your name to go over there as a champion at Alabama, you just got to suck it up and do it. And they're marching. So I appreciate Josh Pate, and I also appreciate my man Legend. He's out there. He's always level-headed. You can hear something. Yeah, everybody gets irate. He's a regular call over there, but you can hear some level-headed thinking when it comes to some of these callers. And I appreciate that. But I'll tell you this right now. It's on and cracking. We're not looking down the line. We're not looking past Kentucky. We're going to respect that program. We're going to respect that quarterback. And we're going to go in there and we're going to do exactly what we need to do. Run the ball, play hard defense, hit hard but fair, and we're going to try to come out with a victory. Now, I know what they want to do out there. They don't have a quarterback that they normally have to do it, which for us is a benefit. So hopefully we can get out of there with a big win and get some other people in the game to get them some experience. But I want them to run the ball. I want to run the ball even more. And and I want to win. I want to win this game, and then we'll deal with the other game after Kentucky. That's it. So, roll dog on Tide, and we'll see you next time right here on Tight Sports. Please like this video. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about it. We ain't going nowhere. Y'all have a great one.